Hello to Phoenix, and how have you been? It's been a while, hasn't it been? Well, when I began this YouTube channel, there was a promise between myself and you that I will do health education, and that encompasses health promotion, as talking about kidney disease, where I'm laying a foundation for us to be able to discuss other non-communicable diseases and other diseases in the process. Why? Because I like extrapolating difficult medical jargon into simple language. Okay, that was one of the promises. The other one, Team Phoenix, was anything to do with nursing, encouraging you to come to nursing, bring your sons and daughters to nursing, encourage a nurse somewhere, and let them know the beauty of nursing. So this is me trying to keep the second promise. Why? Because in as much as I wanted to discuss the stages of kidney disease today, I feel that there have been so many questions because of the different things I've been writing, especially on my Facebook page. If you haven't followed me, please do follow me. It's Kate Mimi on Facebook. There is a lot that we need to discuss. There is a lot that has been said about nursing from Kenya to the United Kingdom. Really, if you want information about the process of immigration, I promise you, you will get a lot of information. Everyone has something to say. But I pride myself in one thing, that I am truthful, I am authentic, and I will not lie to you. And I'll not try to say things that will encourage you to come and then have you suffer, or you to come and not meet your expectations. So let's talk about nursing process from Kenya to the United Kingdom. What about that? 2017, 2018, 2019 remain to be some of the most difficult years of my life. I really wanted to leave the country. My reasons for leaving the country were actually very selfish. A lot was going on in my personal life, and I needed out. I needed to run away. The heat was too much. I needed to get out of the kitchen. So I started the process of going to the United States of America. That was back in 2018, if I'm not wrong. And then something told me, no, it was actually in 2016. In 2016, I started having the thoughts of leaving the country and going to America. And I would have gone, really, and I started the process, and I was in the middle of doing things when something told me, Catherine, go back to school. So I went back to school for a year, and I started studying a higher national diploma in renal nursing, and that took time, really. And I didn't have anyone telling me that I could do the two things at the same time. I could simultaneously be in school while still pursuing my dreams of going to the United States. This is one of the disadvantages of not having a mentor, and also doing things secretly, because you don't want people to know what you're doing. And the worst part is everyone is doing what you're doing, but they're just not saying. So I did that. When I left school, I remember I graduated from Kenyan National Hospital School of Nursing in 2018. Yeah, in 2018, around we did exams in April. That's when we did the exams. So I thought, you know what, I really want to go to America. When I contacted my agency, they told me, Catherine, you've wasted our 1 year. So guess what? You're going to start all over again from a scratch. Honey, I wasn't ready to do that. Why? Because it takes time for somebody to be able to do all the things that are supposed to be done for the immigration process to happen. And before that, you really have to have done your NCLEX exam, which I wasn't ready for. So I told myself, you know what, I need an alternative. And a friend comes when I was on night duty one night, and she talks about nursing in the United Kingdom. And I said, how long does it take? She told me, oh, within 6 months you'll be done. I was like, oh, I need that, because a lot was going on and I really wanted out. By the way, to illustrate how badly I wanted out, I had applied for a job in Garissa County, and I had got that job. I was willing to leave Kiambu County, Nairobi County, anywhere where people knew me and what was going on in my life. I just wanted to go away and start afresh. So when the thought of coming to the United Kingdom was planted to me, I said, I do not have anything to lose. I do not have children. I do not have a husband. I do not have anything that can hold me back. You know what? I'm leaving, and I'm leaving this country right now. So I did not question about the agency. I used the agency that my friend used, and I said, when they talked about a nursing home, because that is the job that they offered me, I said, you know what, why not? I'll just go to a nursing home, and then I'll find my way to a hospital, and after the hospital I'll go to United States, because this is what I knew, that United States is the best country for myself. So I knew that I'll go to the United Kingdom, stay for a wee while, go to the hospital after the care home, and then I'll go to America. But have I left this country? No. So what changed? Let's talk. Probably it would be nice for me to focus on the stages that you need to do, then the stages that you need to follow. Now allow me to separate this into two parts, because it's a lot and I want to give you as much information as possible. So I'll do my best to cover part 1 today, perhaps separate it into 10 minutes and 10 minutes, or probably 15 minutes and 15 minutes. I'm not sure. So whatever happens, just know that this is going to be in two parts. Okay, so number 1, you must be a registered nurse in Kenya. This means that you must hold either a diploma or a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Please understand that certificate of nursing is not recognized in the United Kingdom. Okay, you can come as a healthcare assistant, but I will do that video much later, much later, because I feel there is this need for me to address everything to do with all the cadres that we have. And I'm keeping my promise. I'm not just going to talk about nursing. I will tackle anyone else who is a healthcare professional. Just bear with me. I need to start with my tribe. The tribe of nursing. So you must hold a diploma in nursing or your bachelor. Okay, the next thing you need to do is create an account with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the United Kingdom. Now I will link I will attach a link to this video, whereby you can just click and go directly to the website. Please, Kenyan nurses, I want you to embrace knowledge, embrace finding things out for yourself. Do not sit back and wait for people to go and glean knowledge on the Nursing and Midwifery Council website and then come and regurgitate it to you and ask you for money. I want you to go to that link and find out what you're supposed to do. Kindly register with NMC. You will pay around £140 if I'm not wrong. I think that is Kedo 21 or 22k or thereabouts. I'm not sure. Oh, you should know one thing. The Great British Pound is stronger than the American dollar. So where you would say £140, please try and convert it on Google quickly, or your bank. You'll always find how much that money is to when you convert it to the Kenyan shillings. And this is where my problem comes. What if you register with NMC and you have not even done your IELTS, that is your English exam? If I were to be asked, Team Phoenix, allow me, if it was up to me, I would say, do your English exam first, because this is what I did. I did my IELTS exam first. Now, there are so many teachers coaching people in IELTS. I do not have a problem with that, but I want you to realize that you can do IELTS by yourself and pass. But I'm also not ignorant of the fact that some people require coaching. So if there is anyone teaching you in IELTS and how to answer the questions, and they are asking you for money, my advice is please pay. You need to pay. Why? Because this person is using their time, they are using their effort, they are using their knowledge to coach you. But then again, there are so many other revision materials. If you want to do it the way I did it, and the way my friend has done it, there's another friend of mine who I challenged that she could do IELTS by herself, and she has done it and she has passed. You just need to utilize Google. There are so many teachers. Just by gleaning, just by typing Google IELTS training, you will find a lot of materials. You will also find a lot of materials on YouTube. I recommend IELTS Liz. This is not sponsored by Liz, I'm sorry, but I'm just having to tell you because Liz helped me so much. That lady is so humble in the way she approaches IELTS. She realizes that we do not understand what IELTS is, and she starts from a point of absolute, it is like somebody who's teaching you the alphabet. So she starts from the bottom coming up. So please do listen to IELTS Liz on YouTube. I'm saying this because she helped me. You can use her to start you off, and then you follow other tutors on YouTube, and also use other revision materials. So when you're done with your IELTS and you have passed, the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the United Kingdom asks you to have 7 in each of the 4 components, but with a minimum of 6.5 in writing. And this is the thing, not many people can write according to how IELTS standards are, and that is why they had to lower the bar. I remember when I started off, the bar was actually at 7, and people really lobbied the NMC to say, by the way you guys set this the British Council sets this exam is so difficult, kindly lower the bar for us. And we went for 6.5, so it is quite achievable. Okay, nurses out there, everybody, 6.5 in writing is very achievable. Do not worry if you fail. Try again, and probably again. Why? Because they do allow you to combine the scores. As long as the tests are within 6 months of one another, there is a way they can combine the scores. So IELTS cost around 26 to 27k Kenyan shillings, if I'm not wrong, and you will pay using your Visa card. And this is where I have a problem with some of the information that you have been told. Now, major banks in Kenya allow their ATM cards to be used as debit cards. Kindly do not send anybody money for them to use their ATM card to pay money for you to the British Council or IDP Center. Please use your ATM card. Okay, people, tafadhali, I don't want you to be conned, and I'm so sorry to say this. I don't want you to lose your own money, nurses. Just believe what I'm telling you. Do you think you can believe it? I know you can. Just pay using your card, please. Yeah, thank you. When you've done your IELTS, this is the point where I would say go ahead and register with the NMC. But if you had registered with the NMC first, it is still okay. NMC will accept your application, okay, that you have started the process of overseas nurses registration. Now they will ask for documents of your training. So this is the verification, and this verification needs to be done by the Nursing Council of Kenya. Nursing Council of Kenya will need to write to NMC or just send via post documents indicating that you are indeed a nurse in Kenya. Now, I say this cautiously because I understand things have changed and people nowadays are having to upload these documents on NMC website. I still insist, go to the NMC website and check what is current. Just type the overseas nurses registration process and find out what is current. It is important for you to do things that are currently being done. Allow me, please. So I am saying what happened in my case, but things change, don't they? The world is dynamic. Nursing is dynamic. So things are always changing. We always do monitoring and evaluation of our processes. We do clinical audits of our processes. So even NMC do audit their processes to find out whether what they are doing is current and still applicable. And especially with COVID-19, you need to find out what is current. But in my case, I had to go to the Nursing Council of Kenya, pay some money, and then have them send the documents to the Nursing and Midwifery Council. And this is where I want to delve into next. You need to go to the Nursing Council of Kenya, and you need to pay some money. If you did a diploma, you will pay 12,000 shillings. If you did a BSN on top of your diploma, that will be 17,000 shillings. I say this because this is what I paid. And if you also want to verify your higher national diploma, that will be an extra 5,000. So you will pay 17,000. But nurses, please listen to me. If you're coming to the United Kingdom, please save that 5k. You need it. Just verify your diploma. I say this and people will still lie to you. Listen, it does not matter whether you have a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing or you have a diploma. As long as you're called a registered nurse, the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the United Kingdom will register you as a nurse. Okay? Please believe me, because that is how this is. They will register you. The only difference will come in your workplace, and that is another very different conversation. So can we stick to the registration process right now? So are you a nurse and you did a diploma and then you did a BSN? Put that BSN in your pocket right now. Just verify your diploma. Come to the United Kingdom. Are you a nurse who just did the BSN and okay, you left high school and straight to campus, you have your BSN? Just verify your BSN, okay? I'm not very sure whether NCK will charge you BSN, whether it is the only thing that you have. I do not know. Just find out with the Nursing Council of Kenya, okay? I'm just saying this because I wasted 5,000 where I verified my higher national diploma in renal nursing while it was not even needed, because I was not coming here as a renal nurse. I was coming here as a registered nurse. Do you remember that? So, please, so verify your diploma or just your BSN. Wacha complications mingi. Sawa, santi. But before you go to the NCK, there are some documents that you require. Now, in my case, it was funny because I went to the NCK and then they told me, by the way, Catherine, we cannot do this for you until you go back and come with this paper, this paper, this paper, this paper. So, what about I tell you what you need? You need a letter of recommendation from your employer with a company's letterhead. If you work in a hospital, it needs to be with a letterhead of the hospital and with a stamp of the hospital. Perhaps it's a good idea to have good rapport with your bosses right now. Let them know what you're doing. Let them write for you. And you managers in Kenya, nurse managers, can you stop frustrating nurses? I don't see why you cannot write, honestly. I don't see why you cannot recommend a nurse who is working under you. Come on, really? 2021 and you're still frustrating them? Yani lazima mtu aende akatafute hospitali ingine apate beshte sababu wewe kama manager utaki kumsaidia. I mean, come on, really people, it's not nice. Just realize that you're there to facilitate the well-being of your employees or people that you're managing. You're not there to micromanage their lives and to decide where they go or do not go. Just write people's recommendations. Okay, thank you very much. The other thing is that you need a good conduct. We all know that you get a good conduct by applying via eCitizen and then going for a fingerprint or do we call it biometric at the CID headquarters. I don't know whether that name has changed. So many things have changed in Kenya. Sorry if I'm saying the wrong thing, but you know what I mean. The CID headquarters, you go get your fingerprints and then they send you your good conduct and you will just download it via eCitizen. At least that is what happened in my case. Okay. You will also need a medical certificate. And this medical certificate will need to come from, I highly encourage you to get it from a government facility. If you can get one from KNH Prime Care Center, that is the private wing of Kenyatta National Hospital. You can also get it at Mbagathi Hospital. You can get it at any other credible level 5 hospital. Like mine was done in a level 5 hospital where I was working, and the doctor who did it had to even indicate their registration number, or is it called a license number? Madaktari, what is your number called? So anyway, you know what I mean. So it needs to indicate all systems, all bodily systems, that your resp is okay, your cardiovascular is okay, your musculoskeletal is okay, your skin, basically all systems are fine. Okay, you need to include that. And please remember, stamp is important, an official stamp. You also need a copy of your license, your nursing license. Please make sure it's valid. For people who have not renewed your licenses, before you start this process, kindly renew your license. Okay. You will also need a copy of your professional certificate. Do you remember that yellow small certificate that you get after graduation? The small yellow certificate. That is what you need. Okay, that is what you need for you to take to NCK. The other thing you need is a copy of your ID. So make sure you have all these documents before you go to NCK. And I say this, it is a must. So what are we talking about? Letter of recommendation, good conduct, medical certificate, nursing license copy, copy of professional certificate, copy of your ID. 6 documents. You go to NCK and then you pay your money. They will tell you what to do. You pay the money that you're asked to pay, you give these copies, and then that's you. Okay, they will do what needs to be done and they will send to NCK, to the NMC. I still insist, find out whether this is still happening or are they having to upload it online. Okay, so thank you very much. This is what we needed to do for today. The other thing, I mean, not for today, for the part of NCK. Now, NMC, that is the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the United Kingdom, once they have received your paper from the Nursing Council of Kenya, will invite you to do a first part exam of the registration. Now, this is an MCQ exam. It is called the competence-based test, CBT. It is done in Kenya. It is a computer-based exam. You will do it in Westlands or any other center. I'm saying Westlands because that is where I did mine at. I do not know whether there is any other center at the moment in Kenya. I am not sure, but I know that is where I did mine. When I did my test, it was around 13,000, but I know that money has been reduced between 10 and 12,000 at the moment. So again, you will pay using your Visa debit card. Just make sure there is money in your bank account and use that. Okay, I know Barclays, KCB, Equity, Cooperative are the 4 banks that I can comfortably say that their ATM cards, that is their Visa cards, their debit cards, can be used to pay, because I used one of them. Okay, all major banks in Kenya have this function. Now this exam, ladies and gentlemen and others, is very simple. It is just to show your skills as a nurse. If you need revision materials, they are there. Just ask somebody. Oh, ask me, I will send you some advice. And this is something that you do not even need coaching for. I seriously don't know why you will need coaching for this. I don't know. But if you need coaching, fine, go ahead and pay for people to coach you in CBT. That is okay. So this is the first exam that you have done. Now let's say you pass. NMC, that is the Nursing and Midwifery Council, will tell you congratulations, you have passed. So you get ready to do the second part of the exam. And I want to reach here today that you have done your CBT and you have passed. Team Phoenix, all this has been done when you're in Kenya. Now, part 2 exam will be done when you're in the United Kingdom. It's called the Objective Structured Clinical Exam, OSCE. Now, even before you get there, where you need to do the second part of the exam, you need to have a job, okay? You need to apply for a job. Yeah, you need a job. If I were doing this process today and not in 2019, I would do all these processes by myself and then look for an agency after I have passed my CBT. Why? Because you will save a lot of money and you will save a lot of time. Sometimes I'm at a loss on what to do for people to believe what I'm saying. Just do this process by yourself. If you need an agency, let's look for one after you've done your CBT. So go ahead and pass your CBT and then let's look for an agency. Once you're done with your CBT, before you start visa processing, assuming that you get a job, before you start visa processing, you will do a TB test. You'll need a TB certificate. This one is at IOM center in Gigiri. Oh my gosh, yes, Gigiri. You will do IOM center. Anyway, amazing. You will do your test at you get your TB certificate at IOM center. Now, Team Phoenix, allow me to divert or diversify this and say that here comes a point where you will need to make a critical decision about a job in the United Kingdom. So you have done your CBT, you have all these things, is check. CBT takes 2 years to expire. I want you to take your time to get a job in the United Kingdom, because once you have a job in the United Kingdom, your employer will pay for your visa and everything that is required. They will also train you in your objective structured clinical exam. So don't worry about having, I don't know how much amount in your account at the moment. Just focus on finishing this process that we have talked about while you are still in Kenya. The next time or the next video, I will take you through the next part. So let's first of all focus on one thing today, and that is doing the things that need to be done by a nurse when they are still in Kenya before they can come to the United Kingdom. The next time I'll talk about the different places where you can work. I will talk about salary. I'll show you my pay slip. Yes, I'm that amazing. And that is the pay slip when I was working at the care home, pay slip when I started with NHS, and pay slip right now. Okay, I will try very much and help you to make a decision about where to work. It is important, Team Phoenix, for you to be informed about this. I don't want you to be disappointed. Don't want you to feel like you made the worst decision ever to come to the United Kingdom. I really want you to make smart choices because you're smart nurses. Okay? So, see you next time. I'll take you through the whole process. We will discuss about CV aligning and anything like that. If you feel you're stuck right now, or if you feel somebody is stuck, or you have some information that is not making sense, or some information that you're not understanding about getting a job in the United Kingdom, please email me at info@katemimi.com. Please email me. Send me a message on Facebook. Send me a message on my LinkedIn account. Just ask me questions and I will do my best to address them when I do the second part of this video, and that is on getting a job in the United Kingdom. Okay, and factors that you should consider. Cost of living, housing, all those beautiful things we are going to address. So as for now, I really wish you all the best as you go ahead and do this, because I need more nurses in the United Kingdom from Kenya. I need you here. Come on. I need you here. I need you here. I need you here. So do what needs to be done. Okay. Thank you very much and see you next time. Toodles.